So we're in Inventor looking at how you can overlay a cast part over a machined part in an Inventor drawing. So this isn't the only way that you can do this, but this is my preferred method. It's a nice and easy way to set up. So here's our cast part, and we've simply derived this cast part into this machined part up here. If you need some information on how to do this, or you're not comfortable with it, there's plenty of information online on deriving cast parts into machined part files and then producing features for machining in here. In this case we've machined the bore, both flange faces, and some drilled holes there as well. So once we've done this, the thing that we need to think about is if we look at our machined part, we need to think, how do we want to show this in a drawing view with the cast part and the machined part showing? So in this case I want this view, my front view here, to show both of those parts. So a good thing to do at this point is to check that your machined and cast part have the same orientations to each other. So if I click the front view on my cast part and go into my machined part and check the front view as well, they are the same orientation, which makes it much easier when you're orienting the geometry that we're going to use as the overlay. So without any further ado, let's go into the cast part. We actually need to pick the plane that we want to show the overlay geometry on. So in this case I'm going to slice through the YZ plane, and I'm going to show this drawing view. So I'm going to create a 2D sketch and hit my YZ plane. Doesn't matter that it's spun round there, my drawing view. I'm just going to hit F7 or hit this slice graphics here in order to see the slice that I want to show my cast view on. And now I can just very simply go to project cut edges up here, so it's by the project geometry drop down, and hit project cut edges there, okay, up here. So now I've got the cut edges of this cast part as sketch lines in a new sketch in my part. So if I finish that sketch, I could rename this sketch if I like. I could call this cast profile or something similar to that if I want to, just to make it nice and easy to identify. I can actually right click on this and hit export object, so that's fifth from bottom there in the list. I'm hitting export object, which will make it slightly easier later on, and then I can actually right click and turn off the visibility of that sketch as well. I don't need it visible in order to bring it into a drawing view. So we've created that, we remember it's in our front view, and if I just hit save, then we're done with our cast part. We can go over to our machined part. We're still going to be looking at our front view, but what we need to do is to bring that sketch into the machined part. So that's simply a case of right clicking on our cast part in tree here, and I'm clicking edit derived part, so that's sixth from bottom, edit derived part. And now we've got a sketch in here that wasn't there before called cast profile. I'm going to select this sketch and I'm going to hit OK, and now we can see that we've got that profile sketch in our machined part. So I can at this point turn it off in terms of visibility, so I'm going to find that sketch underneath my cast part and turn off the cast profile sketch and just save this part, because I don't want it visible and clogging up my my part view here. So once I've done that, I'm going to go and create a new drawing, and I'm going to place a drawing view. We just got to remember that we're looking at the front view of our part. So I'm looking at my machined part. I'll get the scale correct in there. It's a nice big scale so that we can see what we're doing, and then I just need to find that sketch and make it visible in the drawing. So if I go into that particular view, find the part file and right click and hit get model sketches. Now this isn't currently showing because we have turned it off in the part, so what we'll actually have to do, though we've got that sketch, we haven't yet actually made it visible, so we have to now drill down into our cast part. If we drill down into that, find our cast profile sketch here and right click on it and hit include. So once we've done that, that's looking much better. We can see that sketch now. It's not quite the display that we want it to be. So I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to select as edges. So this is third from bottom in the list. If you can't see this in the drawing, this is right click on that sketch and hit select as edges. Once I've done that, I can then right click and pick properties. Okay, so this is third from top, properties, on a right click then, and now I can choose my display. In here I'll choose my line type as dashed and my line weight as nice and thin, and then we have a display of our part, our cast part as reference. We might actually want to turn the view of our part off with the, perhaps with the shaded, the hidden lines off. It's up to you how you want to show that. But now of course I can go through, start dimensioning this up and put some dimensions on for machine dimensions, and put a dimension on here for my cast dimension, however I choose. Okay, I hope you find this very helpful. Thanks very much for watching. Have a nice day.